Hi guys, bear with me. We're color testing again, so some of it's wet, some of it's dry, and I just look a little ridiculous. Yay! I want to talk about demystifying the idea of manifesting. It sounds like magic, the secret, the law of attraction, the intentions, and all that fantastic, crazy crap, right? Like, I hear that and I'm like, that sounds like magic, you know? Or that sounds like that's never ever going to work for me, for anybody else. You know, you pretty much have to be Buddha alone on a mountaintop in order to kind of bring on the kind of zen that these sorts of things require. And that frustrates me a lot because I think that we all should feel able to do this stuff in our own lives without it sounding like crazy crap, you know? No, really, like, really. So the idea of manifesting is really interesting, right? You know, a lot of cultures and religions use different things to kind of bring on the idea of manifesting something, okay? So for instance, the Christians and the Catholics pray. We pray, you know, dear Lord, please give us winning lottery numbers, you know, take these burdens off of me, bless me, you know, the basic kind of things that just involved in prayer. Prayer is kind of covers everything pretty much for that. Pagans do spells. A lot of other people do spells, like, oh, the purple's turning out great, it's starting to dry. So spellcasting, and people, when I say spellcasting, people are like, oh my god, you know, you forget to realize that a lot of pagans, if we're talking about earth pagans, don't cast spells to demons or other gods or this, that, and the other. It calls down the power of nature to kind of give some oomph to whatever you're doing, right? So I think when I say spells, people assume, you know, we're playing card games with demons trying to win back our soul or something crazy supernatural like that. No, when I say spells, I mean anything. Good luck spells, love spells, spells for directions in your life, spells for anything, you know? I mean, I really think there are spells for everything. Yeah, pretty much. Go online, you'll find them, all right? So spells, you know, and people think prayer and spells, well, that's a little weird, right? Well, it's not. Think about it, right? Okay, when we pray, we're asking a benevolent God to give us something that we want or need. When we cast a spell, you're putting out the intention with the request to get something back. Like, if we're boiling it down to the very basics, that's it. That's it. That's it. So the only difference is who you're requesting these things from, and that's really kind of what I find across the religious plane is who you're asking for what, right? Santeria, don't even get me started. Voodoo, voodoo and Santeria, love those, phenomenal. Look them up. If you want to learn something new this season, completely dive into the world of voodoo and Santeria and hoodoo. It's great stuff. I love it. I love it. So the idea of manifesting, if we're talking about a non-religious circumstance, right, and we're talking more new agey kind of things, we're just kind of trying to make things happen in our lives, you know, we're not asking anybody to do anything for us, okay, we're just more kind of putting the intention out there and working towards the intention. That's the idea behind manifesting. The problem with that is that, you know, we all have kind of our charts before we were born. Whether you don't even have to believe this, just listen to me for a little bit. We all come to this world with our stories, right? And we have the skeletons for our stories. And when we live our life, we kind of fill in the rest. But we have, you know, the main, I think of it like a road trip, all right? We have a beginning, we have an end point, we have some major pit stops we have to hit. But, you know, getting to all those pit stops is our thing, right? So if one of our pit stops is to win the lottery, and we're like, oh, I want the winning lottery numbers. Oh, I want the winning lottery numbers. And we get the winning lottery numbers. Ta-da! We've manifested winning lottery numbers. But that was already in our life chart. So Did it work because we manifested it? Did it work because we did a spell? Did it work because we prayed for it? Or did it just work because it was supposed to happen? Right? And that's what I feel like a lot of the manifesting and affirmations and stuff are very kind of things that are either going to happen because they're going to happen, or they're not going to happen because they're not meant to happen, right? Whereas making concerted effort to decide to put love and oomph into something because we want to, that's different, right? I mean, you know, I choose to better myself through education, through spending time, through learning new things. That's manifesting. It is. I am putting effort and conscious thought and oomph into something that I'm doing, right? Like when I learned to, when I'm learning new skills like spinning, when I'm learning to spin yarn, you have to do it to learn. You have to do it. So practice. Watch more YouTube videos. Ask somebody that I know that does it, you know, and I'm investing in myself in this skill, and I'm doing it and I'm practicing. Well, great. I learned how to do it and I feel fantastic and I'm so happy with it, you know? But does that mean that my manifesting worked? Or does that mean that my effort into it worked? Or does that mean that I prayed that I would be a better spinner, that worked? I don't know. I don't have the answer to that. But I feel like the words manifesting seems so magical that people are either super into it or super not. And a lot of times you will absolutely hear people complain that this didn't work for me, you know, and everyone's like, well, you didn't believe hard enough, or you didn't try hard enough, or you didn't do the daily affirmations, or you didn't do this and you didn't do that, or you did it wrong. That wasn't what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do something completely and totally different. And the other person that was trying and didn't succeed is left like, oh, well, I must not have did it right. Maybe they're right. Maybe I didn't do it. And then they go back, if they really want to do it, they go back into it, doing it basically kind of half-heartedly, because you get smushed like a little bug when people tell you these things, instead of with more loving guidance direction and say, okay, well, I'm sorry that this didn't work for you. Perhaps we try something else. Perhaps we pick a different goal. Perhaps we set this aside for a time, right? Because divine timing and all that jazz is like big in manifesting. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. Well, it didn't work because you didn't do it right, or it didn't work because the timing wasn't right, or it didn't work because you weren't ready to accept the gifts, which is kind of like, this is very much like the twin flame thing, right? I mean, you know, we build ourselves up and we change ourselves and we are trying to be our best self ever in order to get the things that we want and we love and we need and deserve and all that jazz. And we don't get it, and then it's like, oh, did I do it wrong? You know, and nobody's going to do all of this, right? And I think that the idea of intentions, the idea of affirmations are fantastic. They're great. They're really good for us. It helps us to focus our energy, which is a huge part of being a big part of this world, is focusing and learning to intention and learning to ask for what we want and then let go, right? That's the good part of manifesting. The bad part of manifesting is that we insist you can do whatever you want with manifesting, and that's just not true. I'm sorry, it's not. You know, I'm not going to get double D boobs because I manifest double D boobs. I'm going to get double D boobs because I pay to have silicone ingested into my body. Yeah, no. I do miss my nursing boobs. Bummer. But, you know, I'm not going to get magical, awesome purple hair. Oh man, it does look great, doesn't it? I'm not going to get awesome, magical purple hair because I manifest and I affirm that I'm getting purple hair. I'm going to get purple hair because I do something about it. And that is the key that manifesting doesn't tell you. You have to get off your ass and do something. Shh, don't, shh, this is a secret to life. Oh my God, I can't put, shh, don't tell anybody, okay? Don't tell. You have to get off your butt and do something. You do. Period. End of conversation. You can manifest all you want. You can affirm all you want. You can do all the spells in the entire freaking world. But until you get off your butt and do something, not much is going to happen. So, instead of demystifying manifestation, because I think it does work. I really do. I think it works when it's meant to happen, okay? I don't think we can manifest Brad Pitt as our boyfriend, A, because he's married, or B, because Angelina Jolie is actually kind of scary, and I really don't want to fight her for any man at all, ever. And frankly, he's probably way too high maintenance for most of us anyway. And the child support alone, I mean, my God, right? So instead of being extremely specific, why don't we just move our intentions towards something more open, right? And I think that that's something that manifestation doesn't really explain well, okay? We can be as specific as we want. For instance, I want to win the lottery when it is over $350 million, because really, if you only win $2 million, what good is that? No, I want a lot of money, big money, okay? Well, that's probably not going to happen. You know, it's not. More likely, we can manifest, I am in need of money. I am open to receiving any abundance that comes my way, okay? Now, what does that mean? That means abundance might not be money. That means abundance might be an invitation from my parents to have dinner at their place all weekend. That's great. That saves me money. I don't have to buy food. I don't have to cook food. I don't have to do the dishes. Holy moly, I just manifested awesomeness, right? Abundance. What does abundance mean? Abundance might be gifts. That means when I see my friend Nicole Monday at class, she might randomly bring me a cookie. Well, dude, that's awesome. Totally awesome. So when you leave the options for your universe to be open, you can receive so many fantastic different kinds of wonderful gifts. That is what they don't tell you. A lot of times they tell you to be extremely specific, right? So when you're looking for love and you're like, oh, I love this man. I don't know him, but I love him. And it turns out you're not a good man, or not a good man for you, right? I got a partner. I feel partner. Okay, not a good partner for you, okay? Perhaps he comes into your life and you end up being friends. Well, double bonus. I mean, really, friendship to me is a lot more valuable than a relationship, because they kind of tend to come and go. And friendship stays. I love that I got cut off at exactly that point. Friendship lasts forever. To finalize that thought. So yeah, I have no idea what I was talking about. So yes, less specific, more open to universal gifts. Okay. If manifesting isn't working for you, give it a break. You try something else. Learn something new. Try doing something differently. You know, try to differentiate your intentions. You know, 1 week manifest something good for you. 1 week manifest something good for other people. 1 week manifest something for your environment. 1 week manifest something for a healer in your life. You know, everyone thinks manifesting is for them. It's, you know, well, not everything is for us. You know, I hate to say it like that, but it's true. You know, manifest for other people too. So if we want abundance for us, maybe we need to expand the abundance to our environment. If we're looking for love, maybe we need to expand the love in our environment, you know? I love people that are in love. I love seeing people happy and successful and joyous and celebrating. That brings me a lot of happiness. So if I'm ever at that point where I'm looking for love again, I will probably manifest and affirm that love is all around me. It doesn't have to be specifically for me. Love is all around me. So that means that I hope that my friends are happy in love. You know, my coworkers are happy in love. That means that, you know, the gas station that I stop at all the time, I really hope that they're happy in love. And, you know, it doesn't have to be relationship kissy love, you know? Maybe it's best friend love. Maybe it's sibling love. Maybe it's, you know, maternal love like I have for my kids. Maybe it's, you know, they rescued a puppy and this puppy has done fantastic things for them, you know? It's really helped calm their anxiety, you know, all this fantastic stuff that love is, that is more than just a partnership between a man and a woman, right? I think we get so caught up in our lives that we forget everybody else. Don't forget everybody else. So when you're manifesting, try manifesting for other people too. Because when we root for our home team, good comes back to us, right? Karma, 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 karma. I love you guys. This is going to be really weird because, yeah. So don't mind the blip in the camera. That was my alarm going off. Gotta take my allergy medicine. But I love you guys very much, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I can't wait to talk to you more. Bye.